What's up, the boxing world? This is Derek Poppy Rolon at Strictly Boxing. All right, now, man, everybody, I hope you all got, everybody gave up their views of what they thought about in his boots and Terence Crawford. You know, some people think in his boots is on that level. Some people think that he's not. Some people think that Terence Crawford is ducking them, all kinds of things. People, you entitled, man, think what you want. What I was thinking about was nothing makes any difference, man, of what's next for Terence Crawford, if it's in his boots, if it's Canelo, or whatever. If he doesn't handle his business with Isreal Madrimov on August 3rd. Terence Crawford is going to fight Isreal Madrimov August 3rd for the WBA 154-pound super welterweight title. Isreal Madrimov is the champion. He's 29 years old. He only got 10 fights with 1 draw and 7 knockouts. This guy, to me, I think he made history. Unless somebody else knows something I don't know, I'm going to have to look it up and see further. But Isreal Madrimov, first fight out of the amateurs, was a 12-round fight for an intercontinental title. He came straight out of the amateurs. He had his pro debut in Atlantic City at the Hard Rock Casino, and he scored a 6-round TKO on the undercard of Dimitri Bivol and Gene Parcell. First fight, you fight for a 12-round title. This guy must be more exciting. I mean, he must be more talented than we think. I've never seen that before. I know that Lomachenko came out of the amateurs and was 7 fights or something like that. They had Lomo as a world champion. But this guy, his pro debut, he was an intercontinental title. All right? He defended his title. And in the process of fighting, he won the title against what's my man name? Madrimov, Korbanov. You know, he won the. He stopped him in the 5th round. He stopped him in the 5th round for the WBA super welterweight title. You know, yeah, he had some fight. One fight, he got a technical draw though. And there was one controversy fight that he beat a guy, dropped the guy down. You know, and they criticized the referee because the guy really was out, and they said it was an illegal blow or something, and the guy wound up. Referee Gary Ritter, they said it was really criticized for that fight right there, but when they should have stopped the guy, but the guy got up and kept getting beat up, so it didn't matter. But what I'm saying, here's Terence Crawford, right? We all know he's pound for pound. Terence Crawford, multiple world titles, 3 different weight classes, from the lightweight all the way to the welterweight, from lightweight to super welterweight, you know what I mean? Super lightweight all the way up to welterweight, right? But he's 36 years old. But the lifestyle that I'm hearing that Terence Crawford lives, 36 is still good if you're living that good life. If you ain't out drinking and wear and tear on the body and up and down losing weight, at 36 you can still be at your best. Now, my concern is that, you know, I think a lot of us, when I say us, I'm talking about fans, a lot of us are looking past Isreal Madrimov. Isreal Madrimov is no bum fighter. He can fight. He hit hard. He got good footwork, and he can box. This right here would be another big accomplishment for Terence Crawford. It's probably going to be as big as Earl Spence, maybe. You know, Earl Spence, You know, he was good. He was like looked at as one of the big guys. Had a lot of good fights, and so, but who lets their fighter fight 12 rounds the first fight? Who puts the guy in with Terence Crawford with 10 fights? Who would do that? What promoter would allow that to happen? Isreal Madrimov said, I want to fight Terence Bud Crawford. I want to give him a shot at my title because I think he's the best. So clearly he got a heart. Like, I want to fight Terence. I want to do it for the money. I'm fighting Clay. I'm fighting Terence Crawford because he is the best. And he understands to be the best, you got to beat the best. I like him already. I like him already that he giving Terence that shot. And it's a big thing when you see Terence saying, nah, I want to fight for another title. I want to fight for a different title. And I'm going to keep going. I love that. This is going to be an exciting fight for me. August 3rd, man. Isreal Madrimov, man. I think that it's going to be something really good to see. Another big accomplishment for Terence Crawford. I don't know what the betting odds is, but looking at this guy record, they say Eddie Hearn thinks Terence Crawford is going to lose. You know. And I mean, I watched Isreal. He look, he doesn't look where I can say, oh, wow, Terence going to lose. Because experience means a lot. Experience means a lot. But youth means a lot also. Youth means a lot also. You know, my big thing is this, right? A lot of fighters, man, they patent their records. A lot of fighters, they don't want to avoid, you have like, let's say you have your first 10 fights and they wear and tear fights. So they are difficult fights. So if they're difficult fights, by the time you get ready to make some money, your body ain't really good. So what a lot of fighters do, even guys that can fight, they go and patent their record. They go to different countries and go overseas. Like they said, Haney was over in Mexico and you go there and you get these wins. I got guys in my gym right now, man, some pros that's doing this, man, going overseas and getting wins and coming back like, oh, I'm undefeated, I'm 4-5-0, I'm undefeated, man, but you ain't really a good fighter, like you ain't really ready for pro, yeah, but you go over these seas, and if you got the money, you can pay for these wins. That's why the first thing, when I talk to some promoters, trying to get some guys fights, and I'm trying to, get some guys signed with the promoters, the first thing they want to see is, let me see your box rec. Send me their box rec, man. Send me their box rec. Let me see their opponents and who they fought and who their opponents fought. So when you catch a guy, his professional debut was against a guy 0-5. All right, that's a bum fight. Catch a guy, his first 5 fights was against guys that was 0-10 or 0-8. They're not official fights. They just somebody you paid off to go in there and knock out. They bum fights. You patent the record. These is what fighters doing, man. If you got no guy that's halfway decent, you take him, you build up his record, you get him built up, and then now all of a sudden you give him a man here, he 20-0 with 20 knockouts. He gonna knock out. Then you start calling out top dudes, cause you knocked out 20 bums. My man Rajan Pittman, he said you knocked out 20 cab drivers. Listen, man. Listen. It's a tricky game, man. That was on my comments and guys tell me, this game is tricky for the fans, man. The fans got to be real careful, man. 20-0, 20. Oh man, he's bad. You know what I don't like? I don't like when a fighter gets in there and can do certain things against a bum fighter, and then the fans, they just salute that shit like, oh, man, you see how he did this, you see how he did that. Man, my best line in any Bruce Lee movie, I know I'm going way back, my best line in any Bruce Lee movie, he said, Dude was breaking boards and stuff and doing all that before the fight. And Bruce Lee said, boards don't hit back. See, boards don't hit back. You can never tell how good somebody is when they're in there with a bum. They can do all kinds of things. They can fake them, they can move them, they can showboat, they can do the Ali shuffle, they can wind their arm up, they can knock the guy down. But that's against nobody. You can't do that shit against somebody that can fight. And that's where the fans go wrong. The fans go wrong like that. The fans be thinking that, oh, look how good he look. He can't do that shit against a real fighter. He can't do the same shit. Can't move like that. Can't take that punch. Can't block that punch. You can't walk up in on somebody and just bogart him and the dude hit hard. How you gonna do that? He ain't no boy. He hit back. And that's where the fans go wrong. And that's why when everybody was talking about the Boots and Terence, to me, I just said my opinion. I ain't want no debate. Dude got on there. You don't want nothing about boxing. You don't want nothing about boxing. I ain't okay. I feel you. I feel you. I only started at 8 years old. I've been doing it my whole life. I'm coaching the whole second part of my life, and so listen. You can't tell how good a person is until you see him against somebody that's for real. These fighters are not, they just want to build up their record. Now here's the controversy that I'm a little bit in between with. Maybe you guys can help me out, right? So here's the situation. You want a guy to make some money. You want a guy to make a championship, make it to the title. But you don't want him to get burnt out. You don't want him to have some tough fights. First 5 fights, second fights. He tied up by the time he get 12 fights. Win, lose, or draw, whatever the record is. His body might be worn out. So you got to get him some easy fights, that a little better fighters that can give him some work, and he can get in there and he can learn and he can get better, get some rounds in, go through some adversity in the ring and learn little things as he go around. So you don't want to put him in over his head because you don't know. Because you want him to be able to be straight when he get to 20 fights. So the first 10 fights might got to be fluke. Man, it just might be the way you got to do that. I don't know. What do you think? My first debut fight, I fought a brother from Connecticut, man. His name was Chris Roy. To me, it was like the hardest fight I had, man, because my debut, this dude was 0-0. I was 0-0, and we was bringing it. I got a second round knockout, but he wasn't no bum. He was ready to fight. And so, how they doing the fighters today, man? I look at a lot of box recs, man. It's crazy, man. Like, guys send me a box rec, man. I'm looking at the box rec, and I'm trying to figure out who I can send it to a promoter to try to work some deal out. And you got guys on your resume, man, that was 0-10. Like, how am I going to push that, man? How am I going to say that you real good and your record, your experiences is knocking out straight garbage cans, man? It's difficult. It's difficult because I don't want to put you in over your head, but part of me believes you learn more from a loss than you do from a win. You get in the ring, you knock some out in the first round, so you got 10 first round knockouts, you the same fighter you was. But if you go in there and you had some work and you had to go through some things in that ring, you're a better fighter. Every fight you get better. All right, man, listen, what I want to talk about, really, the reason why I'm going through all that right there, I kind of got off track a little bit, but the thing that really I want to say is Terence Crawford can't look past Isreal Madrimov. Isreal Madrimov is not a bum. He's not a bum. He's going to be a tough fight for anybody, in my opinion. Okay? So, Terence Crawford is 36 years old. Like I said, multiple world titles, 3-division world champion, undisputed 2 divisions, and now he's going for his 4th title defense in a different weight class. And he's going up against a tough guy. I'm looking forward to it. I've never seen any other fighter that I know about that his first fight out of the amateur was as as a title shot. I haven't seen it. Listen, y'all hit my button, man. Hit my like button, man, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And let me know what you think about the video. I think Isreal Madrimov and Terence Crawford is going to be a better fight than you think. And Terence Crawford better not be sleeping. Peace.